Act 4, Scene 1, Rome in the castle. Enter King Claudius, Queen Gertrude, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. King Claudius, there is matter in this sight, this profound haves. You must translate this feat. We understand them. Where is your son? Queen Gertrude, bestow his displease on us a little while. Exeunt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Oh my God, Lord, what have I seen tonight, King Claudius? What Gertrude? How does Hamlet, Queen Gertrude? Mad as the sea and wind both the content, which is the mightier in his lawless fate. Behind the arras, hearing something stir, whips out his rapier, cries, a rat, and in this brownish apprehension kills the unseen good old man, King Claudius. Oh, heavy deed! It had been so with us, had we been there. His liberty is full of traits to all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. Alas, how shall this bloody deed be answered? It will be laid to us, whose providence should have kept short, restrained, and out of hand a dismayed young man. But so much was our love, but like the honor of all disease, to keep it from divulging, let it fade. Even on the fate of life, where is he gone? Queen Gertrude, to draw apart the body he had killed, over whom his very madness, like some ore among a mineral of metals base, shows itself pure. He weeps for what is done, King Claudius. O Gertrude, come away. The sun no sooner shall the mountain touch, but we will shave him hence, and his vile deed we must all, with all our majesty and skill, both countenance and excuse. How Guildenstern re-enter Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Friends, but go join you with some further aid. Hamlet is madness, had Pauline slain, and from his mother's closet had he dragged him. Go seek him out, speak fair, and bring the body into this chapel. I pray you hast in his. Exeunt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Come, Gertrude, we call up our wisest friends, and let them know both what we mean to do, and what's untimely done, whose whisper over the world's diameter as liver as the cannon to his blank transports his poisoned shot, mace our name and hits the world's ire. Come away, my soul is full of discord and dismay. Exeunt Scene 2, another room in the castle. Enter Hamlet. Safety stowed. Rosencrantz, Guildenstern within. Hamlet, Lord Hamlet. What noise? Who calls on Hamlet? Oh, here they come. Enter Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Rosencrantz. What have you done, my lord, with the dead body? Hamlet. Confounded it with dust. Where it to this king? Rosencrantz. Tell us where it is, that we may take it thence and bear it to the chapel. Hamlet. Don't believe it, Rosencrantz. Believe what? Hamlet. That I can keep your counsel and not mine own, besides to be demanded of sponge. What replication shall be made by the son of a king? Rosencrantz. Take you me for a sponge, my lord. Hamlet. Oh, aye, sir. That soaks up the king's countenance, his rewards in his authorities, but such officer to the king best service. In the end he keeps them like a knave in the corner of his jaw, first mouthed to be last swallowed when he needs what you have gleaned. It is but squeezing you, and sponge you shall be dry again. Rosencrantz. I understand you not, my lord. Hamlet. I am glad of it. of Navish speech sleeps in us foolish air. Rosencrantz, my lord, you must tell us where the body is, and go with us to the king. Hamlet, the body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is Oting. Gildesting, Oting, my lord. Hamlet, of nothing brings me to him, hate folks and all after exeunt. Scene 3, another room in the castle. Enter King Claudius, attendant King Claudius. I have seen to seek him and to find the body. How dangerous is it that this man goes lows? Yet must not we put the strong law on him? He is loved of the strict multitude, who like not in their judgments but their eyes, and where it is so, the offender's scourge is wide, but never the offense to bear all smote, and even this sudden sin in him away must same the deliberate pause diseases, disparate ground by disparate opinions are relieved or not at all. The internal Rosencrantz, how know what had befallen Rosencrantz, where the dead body is bestowed, my lord? We can't get from him. King Claudius, but where is he? Rosencrantz, without, my lord. Guarded to know your pleasure. King Claudius, bring him before us. Rosencrantz, how will this thing? Bring in, my lord. Enter Hamlet and Guildenstern. King Claudius, no, Hamlet, where is Polonius? Hamlet, at supper. King Claudius, at supper where? Hamlet, not where he eats, but where he is eating. A certain provocation of politic worms arm even at him. Your worms in your only emperor for dates. We fought all creatures else to fight us, and we fight ourselves for maggots. Your fat king and your lame beggar is but variable service, 2 dishes but to 1 table. That's the end. King Claudius, alas, alas. Hamlet, O man me fish with the worm that had eat of king, and cat of the fish that had fed of that worm. King Claudius, what does you mean by this? Hamlet, nothing but to show you how a king may go or progress though the gusts of a beggar. King Claudius, where is Polonius? Hamlet, in heaven, sent hither to see in your messenger. Find him not here, seek him I the other place yourself. But indeed, if you find him not within this month, you shall notice him as you go up the stairs into the lobby. King Claudius, go seek him there. To some attendants, Hamlet, we will stay till ye come. Exeunt attendants. King Claudius, Hamlet, this day for thine special safety, which we do tender as we dearly grave, for that which thou hast done must send thee hence with fairly quickness. Therefore prepare thyself to bark in ready, and the wind at help the associates tend, and everything is bent for England. Hamlet, for England. King Claudius, I, Hamlet. Good. King Claudius, so is it. It do news our purposes. Hamlet, I see a cherub that says them but come for England, farewell dear mother. King Claudius, dear loving father. Hamlet, my mother, father and mother is man and wife is one flesh, and so my mother come to England. Exit. King Claudius, follow him at foot, tame him with speed aboard, delay it not. I'll have him hence tonight away, for everything is sailed and done that else leans on the fire. On the affair, pray you make haste. Exeunt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. And England in my love thou holds at odds, as my great power thereof may give thee sense, since yet they cicatrice locks row and read after the Danish sword, and the fray away pays homage to us. Thou mayst not coldly sit our sovereign process, which imparts at fall by letters congruent to that effect to the present date of Hamlet, though it England, for like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must cure me till I know 'tis done. However my hopes may choice were never begun. Exit. Scene 4. A plane in Denmark. Enter Fortinbras, a captain and soldier marching. Prince Fortinbras. Go, Captain, from me, great the Danish king. Tell him that by his lessons Fortinbras craves the convenience of a promised march over his kingdom. You know the rendezvous, if that his majesty would oit with us. We shall express our duty in his eye, and let him know so, Captain. I will don't, my lord. Prince Fortinbras. Go softly on. Exeunt Fortinbras and soldiers enter Hamlet, Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and others. Hamlet. Good sir, whose powers are these, Captain? You are of Norway, sir. Hamlet. How purposed, sir, I pray you, Captain, against some parts of Poland. Hamlet. Who commands them, sir, Captain? The nephews to old Norway, Fortinbras. Hamlet. Goes it against the mind of Poland, sir, or for some frontier, Captain? Truly to speak, and with no addition, we go to gain a little patch of ground that had in it no profit but the name, to pay 5 ducats. 5 I will not farm it, nor will it yield to Norway or the Pole. A rank rate should it be sold in fee. Hamlet. Why then the Polak never will defend it, Captain? Yes, it is already garrisoned. Hamlet. 2,000 souls and 20,000 ducats will not debate the question of this straw. This is the imposture much willed and praised that inward breaks and shows no cause without why the mandate, and I humbly thank you, sir. Captain, God be with you, sir. Rosencrantz. Wilt please you go, my lord? Hamlet. I be with you, straight go a little before. Exeunt all except Hamlet. How all occasions do inform against me, and spur my door revenge what is man in his chief good and market of this time, but be but to sleep and fade, obvious no more sure that he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, give us not that capability and godlike reason to fast in us unused now, whether if it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple of thinking too precisely on the event, a thought which Coward had but one part wisdom and ever 3 parts coward. I do not know why, yet I live to say these things to those said I have cause and will and strength and means to do. Examples gross as earth exhort me witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose sprite with divine ovation puffed makes mounts at the invisible events, exposing what is mortal, and you unsure to all that's fortune, days and danger there. Even for an each shield rightly to be great is not to steal without great arguments, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw win honors at the stake. How stand I then that have a father killed, or mother stained existence of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, while to my shame I say the imminent date of 20,000 men that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to the graves like beasts, fight for a vote whereon the numbers can't try the cause which is not tomb enough, and continue to hide this line from this time forth. My thoughts be bloody or be nothing worth. Exit. Scene 5. Elsinore Aram in the castle. Enter Queen Gertrude, Horatio, and a gentleman. Queen Gertrude. I will not speak to her with her, gentleman. She is importunate in this district. Her mood will needs be pated. Queen Gertrude. What will she have, gentleman? She speaks much of her father, says she hears this strike I word and hymns and beats her horse, spurns invisibly at straws, speaks things in doubt that carry but half sense. Her speech is nothing, yet the enshaped use of it that move the hearers to collection the eye at it and watch the words up fit on their own toys, which as her winks and nods and gestures yield them indeed would make one think there might be too tight, though nothing sure yet much inhappily. Horatio. 'Twere good she were spoken with, for this she made straw dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding means. Queen Gertrude. Let her come in. Exit Horatio. To my sick soul, as since true nature is each toy seems prologue to some great amaze, so full of artless jealousy is guilt, it spells itself in fearing to be spelled. Re-enter Horatio with Ophelia. Ophelia. Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark, Queen Gertrude? How now, Ophelia? Ophelia sings. How should I your true love know from another one? By his cocked hat and staff and his sandal shone. Queen Gertrude. Allah, sweet lady, what imports this song, Ophelia? See you nigh Prayu, Mark sings. He's dead and gone, lady, he's dead and gone. At his head, a grass green turf, at his heels a stone. Queen Gertrude. Nay, but Ophelia, pray you, Mark sings. White is shroud as the mountain snow. Enter King Claudius. Queen Gertrude. Allah's look here, my lord. Ophelia sings. Larded with sweet flowers which bewept to the grave did go with true love's words showers. King Claudius. How do you, pretty lady? Ophelia. Will God ild you? The say the O was o brackers, doubt, O Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be, good be at your table. King Claudius. Concite upon her father, Ophelia. Pray you, let's have no words of this, but when they ask you what it means, see you these things. Tomorrow is Saint Valentine's Day in the morning betime, and I made at your window to be your Valentine. Then after he rose and donned his clothes and doffed the chamber door, let in the maid that's out, O maid never departed more. King Claudius. Pretty Ophelia. Indeed, without oath I make an end want sings. By grace and by Saint Charity, Allah and faith, for shame young men will dots if they come taught by cock, they are to blame. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. So old I had done by yonder sun, and thou hadst not come to my bed. King Claudius. How long had she been thus? Ophelia. I hope all will be well. We must be patient, but I can't choose but weep to think thee should lay him the cold ground. My brother shall know of it, and so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies, and night, sweet ladies. Good night. Exit King Claudius. Follow her, Claudius, give her good watch, I pray you. Exit Horatio. Oh, this is portion of deep grief. It springs all from her father's days. Oh, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not single spay, but in battalions. First, he father slay next your son, and he must beyond other of this unjust remove the people muddy take and unwholesome in their thoughts and whisper for good polling states, and we have done but greenly in Hajar Major to enter him poor Ophelia David from herself and her fair judgment without the which we are pictures of mere beasts lust and as much containing as all days her brother is in secret come from friends feeds on his wonder keeps himself in clouds and wants not by buzzers to infect his air with pestilent species of his father's days where reign necessity of matter beguard will not take our person to reign in air and air. Oh my dear Gertrude, dislike to murdering peace in many places we give me superfluous dates on noise within. Queen Gertrude, alack, what noise is this? King Claudius, where are my sweet sirs? Sweet sirs, let them guard the door. Enter another gentleman. What is the matter? Gentleman, save yourself, my lord. The ocean overbearing of his list it's not the floods with more impetuous has than yon lairdess in Oriutus' head overbears your officers. The rabble call him lord, and as the word were no but to begin antiquity forgot custom not known. The ratifiers and prophets of every word, the cry chose we, ladies shall be king, caps, hands, and tongues upload its to the clouds, ladies shall be king, ladies king. Queen Gertrude, how cheerfully on the false trial, the cry. Oh, this is counter, you false Danish dogs, King Claudius. The doors are broke. The doors are broke. Noise within. Enter Laertes, armed dance following. Laertes. Where is the king? Sir, stand you all without dance. No, it's coming, Laertes. I pray you give me leave, Danis. We will. The retired without the door. Laertes. I think you keep the door, or do will king give me my father. Queen Gertrude. Calmly, good Laertes. The drop of blood that scan proclaims me bastard cries cuckold to my father brands to Harold the harlot, even here between the chest and smirched brow of my true mother, King Claudius. What is the cause, Laertes? That the rebellion looks so gent-like? Let him go, Gertrude. Don't fear our person. The such divinity doth hedge on king, that treason can but peep to what it will, act little of his will. Tell me, Laertes, why art thus incensed? Let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man. Laertes, where is my father? King Claudius, dead. Queen Gertrude, but not by him, King Claudius. Let him demand his feel. Laertes, how came he dead? I not be jackled with to hail allegiance vows to the blackest devil conscience and grace to the profoundest faith I dare damnation to his points I stand that both the words I give to negligence let come what comes only I'll be revenged most royally for my father. King Claudius, who shall stay you? Laertes, my will, not all the world, and for my means I'll husband them so well they shall go far with little. King Claudius, good Laertes, if you desire to know the sanctity of your dead father's dates, it's right in your revenge that stake you will draw with both friend and foe, winner and loser. Laertes, none but his enemies. King Claudius, will you know him? Will you know them then, Laertes? To his good friends, thus with wide eye of my arms, and like the kind life redeeming pelican, repassed him with my blood, King Claudius. Why? Now you speak. Like a good child and true gentleman, that I am guiltless of your father's deed, and am most sensible in grief for it. It shall as level to your judgment pierce as day does to your eye. Denis Whitney. Let her come in. Denis Whitney. Let her come in. Laertes. How now what noise is that? Returned Ophelia. Oh, hey, dry up my brain stares 7 times salt born out the sense of and virtue of mine eye. By heaven, the madness shall be paid by white steel, our skull turned the beam of Rose of May, their maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia. O heavens, it's possible a young maid, sweet wits, should be as moral as an old man's life. Nature is fine in love, and where 'tis fine, it sends some precious instance of itself after the thing it loves. Ophelia sings. They bore him barefaced on the bier, he nonny, and his grave reigned many a tale. Fare you well, my dove. Laertes. Hast do the wits and didst proceed revenge? It could not move thus. Ophelia sings. You must sing O down, and you call him O down, O how the whale becomes it is the false steward that stole his mother's daughter. Laertes. This nothing's more than matter, Ophelia. There's rosemary that's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember, and there is pansies that's for toits, Laertes. Oedicums in madness. Toys and remembers fated, Ophelia. There is finer for you, and Colombines, there is sorrow for you, and here is some for me. We may call it her grace, O Sundays, O you must wear your true with O difference. There is O daisy I will give you. Some violets, but the withered old when my father died, then they say he made a good end. Sings. For bonny sweet Robin is all my joy. Laertes. Toys and affliction pass and heal itself. This storm survivor and to prettiness. Ophelia sings. And will he not come again? And will he not come again? No, he's dead. Go to the dead bed. He never will come again. Here his bird was as white as snow. All fiction was his ball. He is gone. And we cast away man. God have mercy on his soul and all of all Christian souls. I pray God good be with ye. Exit. Laertes. Do you see this? Oh God, King Claudius. Laertes, I must commune with your grave on or you deny me rights. Go but apart, make choice of whom your waste friends you will, and they shall hear and judge twixt and you and me, if by direct or by collateral hand they find us touched. We will our kingdom give, our crown, our life, and all that we can ours to you in satisfactions. But if not, be you content to lend your passions to us, and we shall gently labor with your soul to give it due content. Laertes. Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, no trophy, sword, nor hatchments over his bodies, no noble rites, nor formal ostentation, cry to be heard as to were from heaven to earth, that I must call in question. King Claudius. So you shall, and where the offense is, let the great axe fall. I pray you, go with me. Exeunt. Scene 6. Another room in the castle. Enter Horatio and a servant. Horatio. What are they that would speak with me? Servant. Sallier, sir, they say they have letters for you. Horatio. Let him come in. Exit servant. I do not know from what part of the world I should be greeted if not from Lord Hamlet. Enter Sallier. First Sallier. God bless you, sir. Horatio. Let him bless thee too. First Sallier. He shall, sir, and please him. There is a letter for you, sir. It comes from the ambassador that was bound for England. If your name be Horatio, as I am led to know it is. Horatio reads. Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this gave this fellow some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, operate of very warlike appointment give us chase, finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on compelled valor, and the grapple I boarded them on this instant. They got clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew what they did. I am to do a good turn to them for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair due to me with as much speed as thou wouldst fly it. I have words to speak in thine ear will make thee damn, yet are they much too light for the bore of the matter. These good fellows will bring the where I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell, he doth. Thou knowest thine Hamlet come. I will make you way for this your letters, and don't the spider that you may direct me to him from whom you brought them. Exeunt. Scene 7. Another room in the castle. Enter King Claudius and Laertes. King Claudius. Now must you conscience my acquaintance sail, and you must put me in your heart for friends that you have heard, and with knowing ere that he which had your noble father slain pursued my life. Laertes. It will appear, but tell me, you proceeded not against these fates so crimeful and so capital is not sure by as by your safety wisdom all thing is you mainly were stirred up. King Claudius. Oh, for two special reasons which made to you perhaps say much youth, but yet to me they are strong. The queen is his mother, lives almost by his locks, and for myself, my virtue or my plague, be it either which, is so conjunctive to my life and soul that as the star moves not but in his sphere, I could not but by her. The other motive why to public counts I might now go, it is the great love the general gender bear him, how deepen all these faults in their affection, like the spring that turneth wood to stone, covets his gaves to graces, so that my arose to too slightly tempered, for so loud a wind would have reverted to my bow again, and not where I had aimed them. Laertes. And so have, O noble father, lost a sister, driven into desperate terms, whose word if praises me go back against the challenger on mounts of all the age for the perfections, but my revenge will come. King Claudius. Break not your sleeps for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff of flat and dull, that we can let our bird to choke with danger, and think it's pastime of you shortly shall hear more. I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that I hope will teach you to imagine. Enter a messenger. How no? What news, messengers? Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen. King Claudius. From Hamlet? Who brought them, messenger? Salures, my lord. They say, I saw them not, they were given me by Claudio. He received them of him that bought them. King Claudius. Lords, you shall hear them. Leave us, exit messengers. Reads, high and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom tomorrow. Shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes when I shall first asking your pardon thereon to recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return, Hamlet? What shall this mean? Are all the rest come back, or is it some abuse and no such thing? Ladies, know you the hand? King Claudius. This Hamlet character naked and in a postscript here he says alone, can you advise me? Ladies, I'm lost in it, my lord, but let him come at once. The very sickness in my heart that I shall live until him to his death thus didst thou. King Claudius. If it be so, ladies, as how shall it be so? How otherwise will you be ruled by me? Ladies, oh my lord, so you will not overrule me to oppose King Claudius, to deign own face. If he be now returned as chicken at his voyage, and that he means no more to undertake it, I will work him to an exploit nor now ripe in my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall, and for his death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident. Lords, my lord, I will be rolled the rather if you call device it so that I might be the organ. King Claudius. It was right you have been talked of since your travel much, and that in Hamlet's hearing for locality wherein they say you shine your sum of parts did not together pluck such envy from him as did that once, and that in my regard of this onward taste sage. Ladies, what part is that, my lord? King Claudius. A very ribbon in the cup of youth, yet needful too for youth no less become delight and careless livery that it wears than staled age is sable sublis, and his weights important held and graveness so much since he was a gentleman of Normandy. I've been myself and served against the French, and the can will on horseback, but this gallant had witchcraft, and he grew on to his seat, and to such one draws doing right his horse as he had been incorporated and diminuted with the bravest. So far did he topped my thoughts that I forgery of shapes and streaks come short of what he did. Ladies, O Norman most, King Claudius, O Norman, ladies, open my life lament, King Claudius, the very same, ladies, I know him well. He is the brooch indeed and shame of all the nation, King Claudius. He made confession of you and gave you such a masterly report for arts and exercises in your defense and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out, told be a sight indeed if one called Matthew the screamers of their nation. He swore had neither motion guard nor I in your opposite them, sir. This report of his did Hamlet so even known with his envy that he called nothing but witch and big your sudden coming over to play with him. No out of this, ladies. What out of this, my lord? King Claudius. This was your father dear to you, or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart? Ladies, why ask you this? King Claudius. Not that think you did not love your father, but that I know love is begun by time, and that I see in passages of proof time caliphs the spark and fire of it there lives within the very flame of love, a kind of wake or snuff that will abate it, and nothing is at all like goodness still for goodness growing to flourish day in these days in his own too much that we all do we should do when we all do for his world changes and had abitments and delays as many as they are tongues and are hard our hands are accidents, and then this shoulder is like a spendthrift sigh that hurts by easing but to the quick the ulcer. Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son, indeed more than in words, ladies, to cut his throat in the church, King Claudius? No place indeed should murder sanctuaries, even should have no bounds. But good ladies, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber, Hamlet. Return shall know you are come. Ham will put on those shall prize your excellence and set a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you. Bring in fine together and wager on your heads. He been remitted most generous and free from all contriving. Will not praise the voice, so what with ease or with a little shuffling you may choose a sword unweighted and in a pass of practice requite him for your father. It is. I will don't, and for that purpose I'll acquaint my sword. I bought an action of my mountebank so mortal that's but deep of knife in it where it draws blood, no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that have virtue, under the moon can save the thing from death that is but struck to withal. I touch my points with this contagion that if I gall him slightly, it may be dead. King Claudius. Let's further think of this. Why? What convenience both of time and means my feet as to our shape if she is should fail, and that our drift lock do our bad performance were better not aside. Therefore his project should have a bag of oxygen that might hold it is should blast in proof soft. Let me see will make a Solomon wager on your cunning that when in your motion you are hot and dry as make your boats more violent to hot and that he calls for drink. I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce William but spring if he by chance escape your venomed stack or purpose may hold there. Enter Queen Gertrude. How no, sweet Queen Gertrude. One woe doth tread upon another's hell, so fast to follow. Your sister drowned, Laertes. Drowned? Oh, where? Queen Gertrude. There is a willow grows aslant, a brook that shows his hooker lives in the glassy stream there with fantastic garlands did she come of crow flowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them their independence. Boys hair currents with clambering to hang an envious slaver broke when down her weighty trophies and herself fell in the weeping frock. The clouds spread wide and mermaid like a whale the war her up, which time she chanted snatches of all tones tones as one incapable of her own distress, or like or creature native and endued onto that element, but long it could not be till that the garment heavy with her with their drink pulled the poor which reached from her melodiously to muddy ladies. Alas, then she is drowned, Queen Laertes, Gertrude. Drowned, Laertes. Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my taste by it. But yet it is our trike nature her customer holds. Let him say what his will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have auspice of fire, that's fine wall blaze, but that this folly doubt is. Exit King Claudius. Listen low, Gertrude, how much I had to do to calm his rage, for no fear I this will give it start again, therefore let's low. Excellent. Act 5, Scene 1, a churchyard. Enter two clowns with spades. First clown. Is she to be buried in Christian burial that we folly seeks her on salvation? Second clown. I tell thee she is, and therefore make her grave straight. The coroner had sat on her and fenced it Christian burial. First clown. How can that be? Unless she drowned herself in her own defense. Second clown. Why, it is found so. First clown. It must be si offendido, it can be else, for here lays the point. If I drowned myself wittingly, it argues an axe, and an axe had three branches. It is to act, to do, to perform. Argal, she drowned herself wittingly. Second clown. Nay, but her, you good man, Delver. First clown. Give me leave. Here lies the water god, here stands the man god. In the man go to his wither and drown himself. It is will he when he goes, mark you that. But if the water come to him and drown him, to drown not himself are guilty, that is God guilty on his own days, shortens not his own life. Second clause. But is this law? First clause. I marry, it isn't. Crowner's Kate Slow. Second clause. Will you had the true aunt? If this had not been a gentle woman, she should have been boiled out of Christian burial. First clause. Why? There thou says, and the more pity that great folk should have countenance in this world to drown or hang themselves more than their even Christian come my spade. There is no ancient gentleman but gardeners, ditchers, and grave makers dig help up Adam's purification. Second clown. Was he a gentleman? First clown. He was the first that overbore Adam. Second clown. Why he had none? First clown. What art, O Herdin? How dost do understand the scripture? The scripture says Adam's digit called he dig without arms. I'll put another question to thee. If thou answerest me not to the purpose, confess thyself. Second clown. Go to my first clown. What is he that way stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter? Second clown. The gallows maker, for that frame outlives 1,000 tenants. First clown. I like the wit well in good faith, the gallows does will. But how does it will? It does will to those that do in. How dost it ill to say the gallows it will stronger than the church argal? The gallows may do will today. Thoughts again come. Second clown. How will stranger than a mason, a shipwright, or a carpenter? First clown. Oh, tell me that and yoke. Second clown. Mary, no, I can't tell. First. Thoughts. Second clown. Mas, I can't tell. Enter Hamlet and Horatio at a distance. First clown. Gudgel by brains, no more about it for your doll, as will not mend his face with bratin and win.